Villain is killed by random lightning bolt. Good job, protagonists.
Where's my dad?
Why, he's in the whale, of course.
Wooden narrator spoils every animated segment before it happens.
Aw, what a cute elephant.
Let's get him drunk!
We see the deer in its natural habitat. It's dead. Pretty cool documentary guest starring Goofy as a cowboy. Donald Duck flirting with live-action women is weird, sorry. Fantasia with lyrics! The child acting is more offensive than the racism. 1940s Jeff Dunham talks about bear sex. Your sins are not forgiven, little toot. If kids love anything, it's legal proceedings in British courtrooms. Everybody is a terrible person, and it's great. If the evil stepmother used a mousetrap, she would have won.
Let me tell you about this weird dream I had.
Holy shit! Tinkerbell is a literal sociopath.
Quote my friend, we're 40 minutes in and nothing's happened! Scumps! Lovely style, but you spent too long on barking dogs. More like bored in the stone! Ooh! Drags a little step in time. Repeat for 8 minutes.
Deviation from the norm will be punished unless it's exploitable.
Mowgli K. Mooney, will you please go now?
Only nincompoops listen to the words of a gushing female.
Nobody is too nihilistic for Jesus!
Frankenstein, but it's Christmas flavored. Anyone else think that Santa is kinda sexy? The movie isn't as good as this song. Danny Kaye looks like he eats dreams in this movie. Someone discovered they were a furry because of this movie.
You have been ungrateful, and even Santa has forsaken you.
The Miser Brothers are cool. Hope no one ruins them.
Nobody is too blind for Jesus!
The only highlights in this movie are their weird cheeks. Bride of Frankenstein,
But it's Christmas flavored.
They're laughing with you. That's my defense mechanism anyways.
Silver bells, silver bells.
It's the gold and silver itch. Hey!
Aw, this is just genuinely charming and sweet.
All eggs are illegal!
This villain's ridiculous.
I don't want money. I want money!
Rudolph again, but this time with mom death.
And Jesus! Ugly and unremarkable Christmas Carol adaptation. With terrible songs. Son of Frankenstein, but it's Christmas flavored. And they die. How to deep freeze in Christmas without really trying. If this movie were a sound, it would be boring. Pinocchio was sentient, even as a tree. And that's terrifying.
Hey, maybe spend more than one day establishing their friendship.
Oh, day. But this is the only post-apocalyptic film that I like.
1984 was a rough year.
Sorry, D&D was boring this week, guys. The Wizard of Ugh. Mouse with boobs, step in time. Regret for 8 minutes. Luke Castle the Skywalker wants to blow up everything. A real ball buster. Hey, this looks alright. A guy dresses up as a Skelebones to get some diamonds. Coming up on your left, it's adorable childhood whimsy. And on your right, it's children dying for 2 hours. Swamp Witch kidnaps the children of world-famous monsters so she can be a world-famous monster. Dracula, like actual Dracula, holds a monster race every year, but the werewolf dropped out, so he turns world-famous funny car racer Shaggy Rogers into a werewolf. So Scooby, Scrappy, and Shaggy's girlfriend Googie need to save him. Billy Joel's trying, but this movie isn't good. Watch the uncut Phil Hartman English dub. It's the best. Nice 90s bowling alley wallpaper. Good pacing and good music makes good movies. Who would have thought?
But it's an underrated classic.
Too bad it sucks! Still eating that pineapple. 10 minutes on that pineapple now. Ah! Change back, Beast! Your human form is worse! This movie's great. I wish it had an ending. Easily the best film that uses the classic Disney formula. The charming writing carries the mediocre songs and animation. Your high school crush is problematic and bad.
Get ready for some hot holiday cultural appropriation.
Let's give Iago 2 songs.
The first half's great, and the second isn't. It's okay.
Look, Mom, just like Totoro.
They're dead. The villain in this movie is the car's glove box. You're right. Those white men were dangerous. I hope they make a weird cat fan fiction out of this.
Okay, this brave little toaster, but this time they're toys.
The story of the boner that ruined an entire city. A film made with only red and blue paint. Bless my soul, this movie's skippable. It's Nausicaa again, but better and Japanese flavored.
Just enough budget to animate Tim Curry's lips!
It's just me, but 70. Belle uses her magic to cast a sleeping spell. Just because I'm a girl doesn't mean I can't China.
Ashes that scene was really bad, although it made you cry. Now you'll find it wasn't sad, it's just that you were 5.
Aw, true love. Wait, doesn't Pocahontas die after this movie? The voodoo furries murder people every harvest moon to keep their immortality. It's like if HBO made Bug's Life.
These are my DeviantArt Lion King OCs.
I apologize for my childhood prejudice against ants. Peeking a little early there, aren't we, DreamWorks?
Wait, Turk is a girl? I never knew that.
Master animator Isao Takahata adapts a random newspaper comic.
To catch 'em all or call it quits, 'cause catching them is wrong. Let's fuel our boats and misty ships with Island Lady song.
This is just the TV show. You didn't even try. Tim Curry recruits Mystery Incorporated to help him find a witch book so he can become a warlock.
Okay, it's brave little toaster, but this time they cry.
Space Whales! This video review brought to you by the X Games!
Oh, it's the horse from Tangled.
Next up, the Children's Museum presents Brown Dinosaurs Walking.
This one would have been better as a short film.
Little girl, she is really Molly's so sad. She's missing her mom and dad. Good music. Oh, this kid is pissed. She's the best antagonist.
Moana, in theaters 2016. Some scientists find a gold mine and disguise themselves as aliens to keep people away with an inconspicuous helicopter.
Jesus.
I like literally every scene and character in this movie.
Wait, hold on, baby Nino, a stupid plan. Domino is cute but bland. Choose my trusty trying hand. Pokemon.
Well, something happened, so it's an improvement over the original. Somebody once told me Hoodwink's a better movie. This excellent cast is better suited for television than film.
Movie's villain can control time travel, but he only uses it for sticks. Celebi could always save itself, but only does it at the end for kicks.
Nice original rating, Jello, you hack fraud, you sheep! A scientist who likes baseball programs a baseball virus to sabotage his own prize-winning laser that can shoot people into the digital world because his professor liked another student's video game more than his. This does not benefit him in any way. Rudolph and the Island of Low-Count Polygons. I wish I got paid for screaming at work. Yzma had a rough career after the Emperor's New Groove. Tinkerbell tries to kill a child. Part 2.
I hope the boy mouse and the girl mouse kiss.
The real beauty
Was on the inside.
Get it?
I can see why this is considered a cult classic. Scrappy-Doo is kicked out of the gang and starts a cult while piloting robot Mr. Bean so he can kill them all. Proof that you don't need eyelashes and boobs on femalians.
Too cool, bad guys.
And what water then can fill a flagon.
That's just made out. That's not a girl, she's a dragon.
This one is so cute and nobody talks about it. Remember the last time Tarzan danced? I can't believe Mike's dead. Treasure Planet has a Treasure Planet AMV in it. Finally, getting that sick canine crunchies lore.
There's a girl this time.
A band loses a small-scale rock competition and decides the best way to improve their music career is by faking their own deaths, entering the contest again, and paying the other applicants to leave so they win by default. And eats rocks for an hour. Glad that's all wrapped up and doesn't warrant a sequel. Sin all right.
Why did they make a Max movie? That's a surefire way to lose.
David is in this movie. An amusement park magnate tries to scare locals away so he can buy their land.
The real bears were man!
Did Illumination make this?
Meerkat Science Theater 3000. A criminal the gang put away years ago uses actual magic to summon the monsters they've captured in order to discredit them. Sorta mediocre, but the endgame's pretty neat. Professor tries to prove the credibility of her Loch Ness Monster studies by making a fake Loch Ness Monster.
Scared of Pokemon. What the hell is going on?
Deoxys, get off of my lawn.
And now the final boss is Cubes.
This is the nicest fever dream.
It's okay, a lot of whitefish can't make movies.
Great family drama disguised as a superhero movie.
Ancestors, please help me to learn all about monogamy.
Hawaiian surfing legend pretends he's mad about cultural appropriation, but really he just wants to buy real estate or something.
My favorite flaming baby movie.
Velma and the Prince of Egypt discover a hidden tomb in the Sphinx while on an excavation. To scare away grave robbers, they pretend to be an army of the undead that guards it. Also, some other guy is leading a secret city inside the Sphinx by stealing the Nile River, and the only explanation they give for that is, quote, he is a civil engineer.
The references let me pretend I'm watching a better movie.
Double Treble.
Mrs. Potato Head goes bananas.
Surprise, it was Mew. Feeding chocolate to a furry. Tree kills them all in a hurry.
Hello, yes, it is me, regular Lilo voice. Honorary Most British Award. Frankenstein. But it's Christmas flavored. But it's the Twilight Zone.
What if the sky was made of aliens? Smokes.
Hey, I'm milking that first movie. Hey guys, do you think Bambi dies in this mid-quel?
The villain's plan has a couple flubs. Here is where you should stop watching the dub.
I can't believe X-Men stole the Quicksilver scene from this.
Fleshy car tongue, tiny car bugs, car tramp stamp.
This one is just Castle in the Sky. Can't outdo that film, but they sure did try.
Let's adapt all the Earthsea books at once! Badly!
Man loses the love of his life to a bear!
Okay. So, a hypnotist named Mr. Mysterio wants a meteor made of gold at the bottom of the Bermuda Triangle. To get it, he needs to steal an oil painting of the night the meteor crashed down, which he hopes is accurate enough to be used as a star map, so he needs to steal the painting and kidnap an astrocartographer. To obtain these things, he convinces an eccentric billionaire that the billionaire is the reincarnation of a pirate named Skunkbeard, and that he needs to form a pirate crew. So, Mr. Mysterio hypnotizes an entire cruise ship of people except Shaggy and Scooby, who are immune to hypnosis for no reason, and has them act as Skunkbeard's pirate crew. Never at any point does it occur to Mr. Mysterio just to hypnotize the astrocartographer, so he wants to help him, even after he's been kidnapped. How does Mr. Mysterio know about this meteor that crashed into the ocean 300 years ago? I don't know. How does he know it's made of gold? I don't know. Why haven't the ocean currents moved or buried the meteor in 300 years? I don't know.
Nice lighting effects test. Only one poop joke? Now that's restraint. Nice Fallout music.
I wish I was as cool as those yodeling dogs.
You think your family's odd. Unwanted trilogies don't sweep me off my feet.
Dull Movie's finale leaves a good taste in your mouth.
Oh, Alice is settling for a nerd. She can't do better. Oh, that man's inflatable. Pokemon villains are such trash. In bad guy ranks, they come in dead last.
Local girl has the hots for an abominable snowman enthusiast, so she pretends to be the monster, so he sticks around.
B-movie, but every time it sucks, it's B-movie.
Nice rat education fever dream.
These fight scenes are awesome.
Now you're thinking with portals.
But it's so preachy.
Shush. Cute robot love story. Like a children's book, but it screams ham!
Oh, Shaman's an asshole. It deserves a death most graphic. I think it should play in traffic.
Can you do a Footloose homage without having feet? Wayne Knight is a magician who really wants to be magic, so he drinks fairy juice and tries to fight the Goblin King, Lord of Evil Magic from the real-ass magic world that can only be reached via skeleton train.
No one Scar like Gaston lowers bars like Scarston.
Oh no, more cute robots!
I bet you forgot this was a Disney movie. Why are the singers off tempo in their own songs?
I can't believe I had to watch monsters versus aliens. I can't believe how much I hate this shitty movie.
Azula wants to summon the spirit of a dead samurai to bring the world back to a pre-technological state. She does this using robot ninjas. Hey, Stork Steam! Bad news. I don't want bird! Wait, yes I do.
Seeing the past is pretty keen. Didn't know how much I'd miss Dan Green.
A stamp collector really wants an old stamp and tries to murder some children for it. DVD extra. Bad DVD extra.
Your dream ain't important. Merit is frog, child.
Beleaguered magician's brother makes robots so he can be a magician too.
Hey, we can't both name our main character Hiccup.
I'm so happy DreamWorks animated my Shrek fanfiction.
Really clever visuals and sound effects.
Okay, brave little toaster, but this time 2 cries.
For some reason, Celebi is back when the Ace Attorney reject attacks.
It's alright. I'm just a boy. Let me stare at you.
A child at a summer camp is secretly a middle-aged fat mobster trying to blow up a dam to get to his old gang's loot, which is hidden in a town at the bottom of a lake. The spirit of an old witch turns Velma into a frog, because why not?
A campy and way better than the marketing made it look. Oh, it's the horse from the road to El Dorado. I'm not surprised the community parody outshines the originals. These fights aren't staged as well as the last movies.
Pixar makes the DreamWorks logo. I want to make a spy movie.
No, you make cars. Okay, this time it's Moana.
Goodbye, 2D animation department.
The first half is so charming, but then incest mystery?
2 movies without a plot. They made me confused a lot.
Some miners want to get silver in a mine. Some archaeologists find a dinosaur in the mine and want to keep it for themselves. Both parties, completely independent of each other, decide to build giant robot dinosaurs and attack the town.
Look at those sweaty egg lips.
Have you bought planes yet?
Okay, this time it's McDonald's.
Vampire novelist wants to recreate a cult ritual as a publicity stunt so people will buy his books. This movie is a musical for some reason.
I like John Michael Higgins.
Kill me. Mother Bear.
Watch Pony Boy disembark for his cutie mark and Agro-Wabots.
2 carnies train baboons to steal the box office money from the circus, along with the circus jewels.
Make a TV show already.
What if we made Vanellope super annoying instead of likable?
Brave lore. More like bore.
Oh my god, Jack Frost is such a dreamboat.
A roboticist who is signing autographs at a convention tries to steal the convention ticket funds by attacking the entire city with giant robots, all to frame senile Batman. This sounds awesome, but is actually terrible.
That's some interesting slow-mo. How to write a movie solely around Nicolas Cage noises.
Animal House? More like Monster House. More like Monster House. Snails go slow? What if go fast? Good movie pitch.
You could land a plane on that nose.
Everyone dresses up as the Phantom of the Opera to ruin America's Got Talent for different reasons.
The longest and prettiest screensaver ever made.
You can tell this was rewritten like 15 times.
Goofus and Gallant ruin time.
An ex-WWE star is angry that his career was ended early due to an injury, so he dresses up like a ghost bear to steal the title belt.
My dearest one, my darling dear, your movie astounds me.
Filling my water with volcanicity.
My girlfriend is my dead ghost grandma?
And this time Pikachu stoned.
Villains that the gang caught in the past get out of jail and buy a castle with the explicit purpose of luring the gang inside of it and blowing it up.
Big Hero 6 out of 10! Oh! Let's make the only good part of Madagascar bad.
An astronaut is infuriated at the idea that commercial spaceflight will allow untrained people into space, so she attempts to blow up a multi-billion-dollar base on the moon and kill literally the entire cast.
The same twist ending as Chicken Little, but worse.
Incredibles 2 looks neat.
Oh no, not Booper the elephant.
Okay, stay with me on this one. An interdimensional space witch wants to resurrect a world eater that lives in a space volcano. To do this, she must steal a black diamond guarded by the band Kiss, who are in actuality interdimensional super beings with actual superpowers and a magical girl transformation sequence.
Just one fight lasting for 50 minutes. We didn't care this time, please buy our games.
Inside Out is mediocre.
Western dinosaur dog movie.
Well, you heard the darts.
The Furious 5 are much more compelling as statues.
2 amazing leads expertly navigate through modern-day race relations.
That guy sure f***ed that turtle.
Oh, they're so cute!
More like Finding Dory. Oh god.
More like Monster House!
It's been a while since one's had charm in it. Ash hydrates. and inflates. That's not weird at all.
Stephanie McMahon and Triple H pretend to be a speed racer villain in order to show the CEO of WWE that something responsibility?
Hey, don't tell anyone I liked it.
The best character in this movie is a tattoo.
Some dudes pretend to be Shaggy's evil cowboy ancestor in order to build a theme park. I teared up a little.
Great. Now I'm going to prison.
Hey, can we make a good Cars movie?
Fine. One.
First third's great, but then it gets weirder. Shadow stalks, Pika talks, seems like alcohol.
It's Studio
Monarch's
latest movie,
Bleaky's Blivery Blurvis.
Recuérdame, no llores por favor, perdóname. Ya estoy llorando.